Hey guys, my name is Vanya, the channel is RC Alley, and in this video I'll be converting my B74 to a B74.1. And the reason I decided to do this because it would be cheaper to just convert it than to sell this car and then buy a new one, and this car is still in great shape. The gears aren't worn at all, plastics are still pretty tight on it, so it's in really good shape. And then some of the more pricier parts like shock bodies, shock shafts I already had, so it just made sense to get the rest of the parts that I need to convert this to a 0.1. So it's not that much different. It's just basically the car is lowered and it has a little bit less flex than the previous version, or than the 7.4. So the 7.4.1 has lower center of gravity, the shock towers are lower, and shock bodies are shorter, stroke is less. So yeah, it should be a good change. Let me show you the parts that I got to do this, and then we'll get to it. Right, obviously you'll need a B74 to do this, but here are the parts, starting with the front shock tower, 23mm D-mount. Here's the part number. C-mount. So I opted out for the 31mm shock tower versus the 27.5, so I'll be running the longer stroke in the back. If you do choose to go with the 27mm tower, you'll need that, and then this is the part number for the shock bodies. And then the shafts, you still use the 27.5s in the 31mm bodies. Then 23mm shafts for the front. I think they were 24 on the 7.4. New rear hubs, a little lower. Here are the chassis braces, I should say, two of them. They're no longer carbon fiber, they are some sort of plastic. 27mm shock shaft. Here's the part number for that. Steering rack. Now a lot of people did upgrade this, so I got the J Concepts one, but like I said, a lot of people upgraded this on their 7.4, so you might already have this. That's the +3 steering rack. This is the J Concepts, so this is the part number for the associated. This is the J Concept steering rack, and then Exotech makes a +4 one as well. And then here are the shock bodies for the front, 91480, and then 31mm shock bodies in the rear, 91482. So that's it. That's really all the parts you need to convert the car. And then like I said earlier, the 27.5mm tower or the 31mm tower are your options. I would say 31mm on little lower grip tracks, and 27.5 will work on higher grip tracks. So now all I gotta do is basically bolt this all on. It's direct replacement like parts, so you have no modifications to do, nothing. Just put these parts in and you are good to go. Alright, let's get to wrenching. Alright guys, there you have it. It's done. It didn't take too long, it was easy, everything was bolt on. I did make a mistake, I forgot to put the 23mm shock shafts in the front shocks, and after I built them I realized that, so I had to take them apart and put the 23mm shock shafts in. But other than that, it was super easy, everything's just direct bolt on. Yeah, maybe hour and a half of work total over 2 days. I did it less than 2 hours for sure. So yeah, it's fairly easy. It was fairly inexpensive, cheaper than selling this kit and then buying a new one. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna install the ESC and the motor in it, put the battery back in it, and hopefully in the next few days I'll be able to test it out, and I'll make sure to get that on video for you guys. Alright, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.